7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now, it's Car Concerns with the award-winning new car dealer, Harry Douglas. And now, your car star, here's Harry.
Okay, here we are with Car Concerns. Hey, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Car Concerns. Hey, I guess you can tell that I've took my healthy driver medication this morning because I've got a lot of energy this morning. Yesterday, a little bit more level because I'd got off of it for a few days for personal reasons. But back on it this morning, I want to say higher than a kite. But anyhow, I got Myron Stokes. He was with us last week. Myron, what were we going to talk about this morning?
Of racing to the streets of Phoenix, Arizona.
Absolutely. Grand Prix Racing, right?
Yeah, and also, and of course, you probably didn't believe the note that was in front of you, but concomitant with that is the development of a state-of-the-art racetrack that is designed to accommodate the world's first sustained 300-mile-an-hour race.
300-mile-an-hour race. Now, they've got to have some big straightaways for that.
Well, think about it, Harry. In 1992, when we were designing a track for League City, Texas,
right,
the straightaways were 3/4 of a mile long, and I was on a conversation with Chris Economaki, and he says, then existent IndyCar technology, as far as engines, suspensions, tires, says that a 3/4 of a mile straightaway could see 270 miles an hour, and then current technology IndyCars. So we know that in 22 years, the technology is there. From a safety standpoint, from a sustainability standpoint. I mean, it's here, and it's time to take racing, shall we say, to the next level in accordance with the technologies that have been bestowed upon us. But that is separate from the return of street racing to Phoenix, and for that, we've formed the Grand Prix Exploratory Committee of Arizona, and we have brought together some of the best and the brightest people who were involved in the development of street racing venues going back to the 80s. I personally was involved in the development of the St. Petersburg Grand Prix, the New Orleans race, consulted on various other venues. So we're ready to bring this back to Phoenix, which has seen an absence of racing since 1991. And I'm happy to say that included among those great individuals which hail from various countries, we're bringing in academia. We're actually in discussion with the national labs as far as ensuring that the technologies that are required, our utilization of existing, emergent, and proposed technologies will work well in creating exactly what we want to at the racetrack. I mean, the state-of-the-art racetrack to be built, and that is, again, a sustained 300-mile-an-hour race. It is within our capability to do that, Harry.
You said national labs. Which national labs are you working with?
Well, I'll just say that there is one of the national labs that is heavy in the auto sector, and I knew, and it was important to reach out to them because they have been on the leading edge of developing new engine technology, safety technology. So it was appropriate to bring them in. So I felt it critical to bring in academia. So because Harry, come on, I just said a sustained 300-mile-an-hour race, and the first thing people do is say, "Are you kidding?" But remember, that was the same attitude that people had about at Indianapolis, the 200-mile-an-hour so-called barrier being breached. Well, now cars are routinely exceeding 200 miles an hour.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So there is nothing, and I just echo the words of Chris Economaki in that conversation so many years ago. He said, with the right straightaways. He says I know it is possible for these cars.
So where's is the course going to be laid in downtown Phoenix?
Yes. Remember, there were courses between 89 and 91. There was a proposed course in 2007, but it was like 2.1 miles. Indy's 2.5. But we're taking the street race to another level of endurance, and it'll go beyond. The proposal would involve a 3 mile track, but with atypical straightaway lengths. However, it's not so much the speed that is involved here. It is modifying an existing racing series like Pirelli World Challenge or the American Le Mans Series to accommodate a 36-hour endurance race through Phoenix.
Wow!
And then you say, well, hey, 36 hours. What about the logistics of that? The logistics are really not problematic because, for one, this is economic stimulus for the area. And, the country is coming out of the economic doldrums or depression. And so this is designed, it has often been said that air operations and motorsports events are the crucibles of economic development. So this ties in handily with the efforts of the state, and the cities to stimulate economies, and there's nothing better than a motorsports event to do that. So the 36 hours, we know that from a logistics standpoint. Well, hey, Harry, I'm going to test your knowledge.
Okay.
Do you remember 1986, the Saab Long Run?
1986, the Saab Long
Run at Talladega Speedway, where they took 3 Saab 9000s and ran them for 21 hours.
No, I don't remember that, but I take your word for it.
Okay. Well, the thing is that from a logistics standpoint, we simply can borrow on those kinds of efforts in the same way that the space program, extracted extraordinary data from the X-15 rocket plane program. So again, technology and process is there, and we intend to exploit that both at the street race, the proposed street race, and the proposed track to take advantage of these newly emergent technologies.
Wow, it all sounds good. Now, when will if we get this done, when will the first race be? Did you say 2015?
We're proposing February 15. Of course, coincidentally, it's right around Arizona's 100-plus century of existence. That is its century of existence. So it would be appropriate to do that February 2015. And I think you know that a February 2015 race is right around the corner.
Oh yeah, that'll be here before you know it.
Exactly, and there's a lot to do. But the good thing is the lessons learned in terms of addressing street surface problems that went back to the 80s, whether it was at Detroit, St. Petersburg, Long Beach, other racing venues. I mean, there's the lessons learned there. So there's not really a circumstance that we may encounter in terms of the development of Phoenix track architecture that has not been encountered and successfully addressed before.
So, Myron, this all sounds good. So, what are the details that you're working on here to get this done by February 2015?
Well, that's the purpose of the Exploratory Committee. When we bring together people who absolutely know their business. We've been privileged to have aboard, for example, Rod Campbell, who was heavy in the development of street racing venues. And of course, he's founder of what is now PCG Campbell, Ford's Motorsports Agency. We've reached out to all of the major manufacturers. who would be involved in this. We've reached, GM, Ford. Jaguar is not in racing right now, but Jaguar is going to be back. I know that.
What about Porsche?
Porsche is going to be there. We're just reaching. We're in the process of reaching out to everyone who's going to be involved, whether it's Honda, Kia, the ones who are part of the Pirelli World Challenge. And then, of course, there's also consideration of the American Le Mans Series. But
hey, Myron, I got to go to this break right here. Talking to Myron Stokes, folks. Hey, they're going to bring the Grand Prix race back to Phoenix. Hey, that'll be great. Sure wish I had one right around here, as a matter of fact. Live in a great place where it can be. But anyhow, Myron Stokes, we'll be right back after the break. I'm Harry Douglas. This is Car Concerns Radio USA. When your money's on the line, call the line that's on the money, 1-855-CAR-CONCERNS. I'm there for you 24/7.
Take advantage of the Car Concerns Radio USA 10-year anniversary special, a 15-minute segment heard in 33 markets on a nationally syndicated radio show for only $125. This is radio that makes it economical and affordable for you to get the word out about what you do, driving your message home. It's the 10-year anniversary special, just $125 for a 15-minute airtime segment. Segments can be booked for a later date. There are limited spots available. Call Car Concerns Radio USA now, 1-855-CAR-CONCERNS. That's 855-227-2662.
Ah, the sound of small business, getting busier. Can you tell which one is using AT&T? Truth is, they all are, because businesses of all kinds can find AT&T customizable plans that fit their exact needs. Whether it's broadband, mobility, or nationwide voice, at AT&T, we can help your business get humming.
I need more receipt paper, please.
Call 1-855-877-4288 today and ask about special offers available for new small business packages. AT&T, rethink possible.
Moms of America, stand up and stop taking abuse from your kids.
I pledge never to let my kid disrespect me ever again.
I pledge to stop letting my daughter walk all over me.
I pledge to stop living in fear of my son's anger.
I pledge never to feel like a bad parent ever again, because I'm not.
I pledge to stop letting my child's behavior control my home.
I pledge to be a mom with kids who listen, a total transformation mom.
I'm Janet Lehman, co-creator of the Total Transformation Program. We created the Total Transformation to help parents with difficult child behavior. Now I'm giving it away free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. We'll let you keep it for free.
Call 1-800-287-9157. That's 1-800-287-9157. Call now. That's 1-800-287-9157. That's 1-800-287-9157.
With over 1 million products, Grainger's your one-stop shop to help keep your facility running. And no one has more of the best brands, like Fluke. Grainger has an enormous selection of Fluke testing tools, including the VTO2 visual thermometer, a breakthrough in temperature measurement, the brands you want, the products you need, the good-looking radio guy you love to hear. Okay, I added that part. Buy your supplies smarter. Call, visit a branch, or click Grainger.com/Fluke today. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Geico says, let's make life simpler. You need to buy something, but you don't want to make a mistake. So what do? Scour the web? Collect sales circulars? Ask your brother-in-law? How about this? When it comes to car insurance, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. I repeat, 97%. So make it simple. Just ask a friend who has Geico. Then click or call. You could make it 98%.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Jay Farner here from Quicken Loans. We get a lot of tweets from folks that sound just like this. Jay, I bought my home in 2007. Since then, it's gone down in value. Now I owe more on my mortgage than my home is worth. Can I refinance? The answer may very well be yes. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow folks to refinance even if their home has lost value. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Or if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, you've got to give us a call today at 800-QUICKEN. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. So, if your current mortgage is higher than 3.99%, or if you owe more than your home is worth, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Okay, here we are back with Car Concerns. I'm here snapping my fingers to the beat of that music. But anyhow, Myron Stokes is on the line with me. We're talking about Grand Prix Racing returning to Phoenix. You know, I Googled that during the break there, Brian. Excuse me, Myron. And it says Grand Prix Arizona brings Champ Car Racing to the streets of downtown Phoenix.
That was 2007. Remember, F1 racing was there between 89 and 91. So, from a historical.
So this is Grand Prix racing, right?
This is, well, of course, you know the Grand Prix. The Grand Prix name does not necessarily mean Formula One. It's been used. Well, I don't want to say like popcorn, but of course, the last time I checked, Grand Prix was the big prize. But it is synonymous with motorsports events. More accurately used with Formula One. If Bernie Ecclestone had his way, no one would be able to use the name Grand Prix unless it was a Formula One event. But of course, all credit to Bernie for doing what he did with the Formula One Constructors Association, making F1 what it is. And by the way, although the first year race is proposed as Pirelli World Challenge, the second year would be a combination similar to Detroit Pirelli World Challenge with IndyCar. Third year may see the return of F1, even though there are two venues in the United States. There's a 15-year contract for F1 on the East Coast. There's a 15-year contract in Texas. Can the U.S. handle a third F1 event? Answer is probably, but this will be an evolving state of affairs, and again, based on the tried and true, there is nothing, there's no problem, no issue technologically or process-wise that we've not encountered or cannot successfly address, and you know. If this were to be compared to a military operation, Harry, and you know, we've talked about, Afghanistan and operations in Afghanistan and how important it was to have the best team that you could. Well, basically, we're putting together or have a special forces team, if you will, where we'll have 500 years of collective experience. And right now, for example, one of the people, if I can just name just a few of the people, just to let you know what we're saying is true here, as far as the team, the Special Forces team. Peter Waring-Smith of Australia, he's a race management veteran and auto journalist who ran an F1 team for years at the Macau Grand Prix. Rod Campbell, I've mentioned him. He's founder of PCG Campbell Ford's Motorsports Agency with extensive experience in the development of street racing venues. You know your buddy Paul Bryan of WLS Chicago Radio program Drive, and he's a longtime director of the Chicago Auto Show and an executive with Pegasus Marketing.
Yeah, Robert D. Seaman. No Paul Whale.
Oh yeah, and he just he's been a great friend, even going back to my Newsweek days, and so I never forgot him. And glad to have him aboard. And Bob Seaman, III of Pro Advisory Group, he's chairman of the Millennium Foundation and was the primary force behind the founding of the St. Petersburg and New Orleans Grand Prix, among other motorsports initiatives. And he has a competition license. And I've got to give credit to an Arizonan. A car guy like us. His name is John Mueller, and I met him several years ago when he was launching Mueller Automobiles and you know, it's as Tucker found out, that's a very daunting task.
Oh yes.
But we were talking, and he just said one of the best things that can happen for Arizona is something with very near-term economic stimulus, and it was John I don't know if it's appropriate to say this, but not only is he's a car guy, but he's so concerned about Arizona that he decided, he calls me one day and says, "Oh, Myron, I think I'll run for governor." I said, "You think you'll do what?"
And how did he do in that?
He's a registered candidate for. He's a gubernatorial candidate for Arizona.
Oh, so he's currently running for governor.
Huh?
He's currently running for governor.
He's currently running for governor. You know, that is starting right now. But he's a car guy first, and I know him as a car guy. And I just and we've had many involved conversations, you know, about China and the U.S. and GM and all that. I must say, somewhat heated conversations. But when he just said, you know, this is one of the fastest means of economic stimulus for Phoenix and Arizona, and it was he who came up with the idea of the 36-hour endurance race. He says, why do we need to go 24 or 12? And Harry, I've run telemetry for the IMSA GTO Cougars at the 89 12 hours of Sebring. I know that 12 hours is pretty interesting. I was at Nelson Ledges twice, the 24 hours of Nelson Ledges, the long run, which really led to the SCCA's adoption of bigger, longer races. But he says. But
let me ask you this, just a curious question. Why would you want to go longer than 24 hours?
Well, the thing is, why would you want to go longer than 12? Why would you want to go? I mean, the thing is that it is, you know, from a logistics standpoint, it's not very different. But here's what's going to happen. Even if we don't announce that the winner of such an event is going to have, you know, historical accolades heaped upon them as far as vehicle durability and efficiency. But the fact is that whoever wins a 36-hour race, in the minds of observers, it will be the best car in the world.
Right. So we've got this on schedule. This is going to happen in 2015.
No, that's what the Exploratory Committee is about. You know, this is an involved process. You know, and it is the same thing that you do with the establishment of any venue. We work with the manufacturers. We're working to work with city officials. All of the complexities and intricacies of bringing together a street event while simultaneously working on the building of a new state-of-the-art track. So it's in process. Therefore, Grand Prix Exploratory Committee of Arizona. So we're reaching out to everyone that will be possibly involved. But again, I'm sorry?
We've got 45 seconds here, Myron.
Okay.
Hey, I want to thank you for inviting me to be on the Grand Prix Exploratory Committee.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Harry, because, like I said, you know, we've had many interesting conversations, and I couldn't think of anyone better that we'd love to have on the Exploratory Committee.
Hey, folks, I've been talking to Myron D. Stokes. He is the Managing Director, Global Heavyweight Holdings, Incorporated. Hey, Myron, thanks for being with me on Car Concerns. Hey, we'll have you back on real soon, and we'll talk some more about this Grand Prix Exploratory Committee. I can't wait to work with you. I'm Harry Douglas. This is Car Concerns. There's the opening bell. We'll come back with a little healthy driver right after the break here.
Take advantage of the Car Concerns Radio USA 10-year anniversary special, a 15-minute segment heard in 33 markets on a nationally syndicated radio show for only $125. This is radio that makes it economical and affordable for you to get the word out about what you do, driving your message home. It's the 10-year anniversary special, just $125 for a 15-minute airtime segment. Segments can be booked for a later date. There are limited spots available. Call Car Concerns Radio USA now, 1-855-CAR-CONCERNS. That's 855-227-2662.
Ah, the sound of small business getting busier. Can you tell which one is using AT&T? Truth is, they all are. Because businesses of all kinds can find AT&T customizable plans that fit their exact needs. Whether it's broadband, mobility, or nationwide voice, at AT&T, we can help your business get humming.
I need more receipt paper, please.
Call 1-855-877-4288 today and ask about special offers available for new small business packages. AT&T, rethink possible.
Moms of America, stand up and stop taking abuse from your kids.
I pledge never to let my kid disrespect me ever again.
I pledge to stop letting my daughter walk all over me.
I pledge to stop living in fear of my son's anger.
I pledge never to feel like a bad parent ever again. Because I'm not.
I pledge to stop letting my child's behavior control my home.
I pledge to be a mom with kids who listen, a total transformation mom.
I'm Janet Lehman, co-creator of the Total Transformation Program. We created the Total Transformation to help parents with difficult child behavior. Now I'm giving it away free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. We'll let you keep it for free.
Call 1-800-287-9157. That's 1-800-287-9157. Call now. That's 1-800-287-9157. That's 1-800-287-9157.
With over 1 million products, Grainger's your one-stop shop to help keep your facility running. And no one has more of the best brands. Like Fluke, Grainger has an enormous selection of Fluke testing tools, including the VTO2 visual thermometer, a breakthrough in temperature measurement. The brands you want, the products you need, the good-looking radio guy you love to hear. Okay, I added that part. Buy your supplies smarter. Call, visit a branch, or click Grainger.com/Fluke today. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Geico says, let's make life simpler.
You need to buy something, but you don't want to make a mistake. So what do? Scour the web? Collect sales circulars? Ask your brother-in-law? How about this? When it comes to car insurance, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. I repeat, 97%. So make it simple. Just ask a friend who has Geico. Then click or call. You could make it 98%.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Jay Farner here from Quicken Loans. We get a lot of tweets from folks that sound just like this. Jay, I bought my home in 2007. Since then, it's gone down in value. Now I owe more on my mortgage than my home is worth. Can I refinance? The answer may very well be yes. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow folks to refinance even if their home has lost value. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Or if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, you've got to give us a call today at 800-QUICKEN. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. So, if your current mortgage is higher than 3.99%, or if you owe more than your home is worth, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Harry Douglas of Car Concerns Radio has been helping the American motorist with their auto financing problem since 2008 when the American Motorist Vote Campaign was founded. Thousands of American motorists have not only lost their jobs in this economy, but they've also lost their homes and vehicles due to repossession. If you are behind on your payments and facing possible repossession of your automobile, you need to contact Car Concerns Consulting, 1-865-622-3032. Harry's always looking out for you. Harry has financed thousands of vehicles for the retail automotive consumer over the years as an award-winning new car dealer. If anyone knows the ins and outs of automobile financing, it's Harry. Let Harry put these unknown banking loopholes to work for you. If you need the auto financing fix, just call Harry. 1-865-622-3032.
Okay, there's Pandora, $19.40. That's in the Car Concerns Auto Index 100. It's down 15 cents this morning. A few laggers on the Auto Index 100. But overall, it's doing pretty well. Anyhow, let's go to John Griffin, HealthyDriver.com. Always happy to have HealthyDriver.com on the show. Doing a little HealthyDriver.com myself, John. I'm back on the program after being off of it for a couple of days.
Good, Harry. Good, Harry. Well, first off, thanks for having us here, and we're. And really
hey, John, let me tell you this one thing. I said it earlier in the show that I was back on it after being off of it for a few days. And this morning, if you listen to yesterday's show and this morning's show, you'll notice a completely different level of my energy. My energy is soaring this morning. Yesterday, I was like, yeah. But that's just what this program does for me. It energizes me.
Harry, and that's exactly right. And, that's one of the things that we're actually going to talk about today with Dr. John Nettleville is the energy and the boost that you get on our program. So, John, why don't you take it away from there? And
good morning, Doc. How are you doing?
Good morning, Harry. Doing great this morning. I'm feeling really good with my program going on board here this morning.
Okay, good enough. Hey, tell us what were you going to tell us there?
Well, the program provides an energy boost, and a lot of people will go out and they'll buy these 5-hour energy shots, and you do get a real buzz when you get one of those things.
They're dangerous, though, aren't they?
Yeah, not only are they dangerous, but you get a real buzz, and then you get a real crash afterwards.
That 5-hour energy, I had one over here for almost a year. Those folks bugged me to death to be a sponsor on this show. I knew that, I wouldn't drink it myself, and if I won't drink it myself, I won't let it be on this show. I also had another company in here that sent me a sample, Age Lock Vitality, PharmX. They wanted me to promote their anti-aging. Didn't trust it.
Yeah.
Didn't trust it. Can't let it be on here. If I don't endorse it, don't you take it.
And every one of these energy drinks that I see, and every little quick hot stop that I walk into, they cover the shelves now. And it's because people will get one, and then it'll start to crash, and they'll need another, and then they'll start to crash, and they'll need another. And if you happen to be on the open road and you're crashing, that's not a real good combination.
Absolutely. And what I've noticed with this program is that this Healthy Driver program is that my level stays consistent throughout the day. And then when I get ready to calm down at night and go to sleep, hey, I sleep like a baby all night.
It's really interesting. This supplement that this company provides, this energy supplement, it literally is one of those supplements that gives, well, I can give you my personal story. It gives me not only more energy during the day, but it also gives me more focus and more clarity of mind. And
I've noticed that too. I've noticed that.
And when you take it, it's got a combination of superfruits and a couple of other things called L-theanine and kava in them. And what they do is it's a real balance. The L-theanine and kava actually are known for calming. And with all of the superfruits and the energy boost that's inside of this, it gives you a wonderful balance of energy, clarity, and calmness that you don't get any other way that I've ever seen. And like you, Harry, I have been completely unwilling to take any of those 5-hour energy shots or drinks because I know what they can do to you.
Hey, I'm not going to take anything that I don't know what is inside of it. Yeah, you can hold that little pill up in front of me and tell me it's the wonder pill of the world, but I want to know what's in it.
Yeah. And with this combination of stuff, we've actually got science behind it. U.S. National Library of Medicine has got articles in here that show how this stuff contributes to our health and wellness. And we've got scientists and studies from all over that not only does this stuff promote your health, promote your energy and promote your focus, but it also promotes your health. It gives you superfruits and antioxidants from multiple sources. And we know that when you go out and you take antioxidants, and you take like a pill that's got one big antioxidant in it, well, that's helpful. But we also know it's a whole lot more helpful to get a whole lot of antioxidants in smaller doses from different sources, because each one of these do something different. And you've got to have a balance rather than all at once. And that's the whole idea behind this supplement, because not only do I get a benefit with the antioxidants with a whole bunch of different ones, I also get more focus. And I can tell you a little bit of a personal story. I grew up with a little attention deficit disorder, so I've been treated for that over the years. And this is my personal story. I can't say this for anyone else, and I can't tell you this is what will happen for you, but I can tell you that my personal story is that I'm almost off of any kind of, I couldn't take the regular ADD medicines. They made my blood pressure go up. But right. I can take a very mild one that mostly doesn't work for some of the really bad ADD people, but it helps me. But I can almost tell you that I, right today, have not had any of that medicine, and all I've been taking is the supplements, and I'm clear, and I'm focused, and I'm thinking sharply. And so I'm about ready to come off that medicine because of this supplement. But again, let me say this. That's my personal experience, and that's not what the company promotes for this stuff. It's just that this stuff gives you more clarity of thought, gives you more energy, and gives you more balance of energy and calmness all during the day.
Well, you know, anything that you take, whether it be an aspirin or anything that you take, each individual is going to react to that. Well, some people are allergic to aspirin. My wife can't take an aspirin. She gets violently ill. But each person reacts differently to all kinds of medications or any supplements that you might add. You know, some people can't take, I know some people that can't take niacin because it breaks them out in a rash.
Right.
And that's me I'm talking about.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. But
well,
anyhow,
this is a really nice combination because it gives me energy. You know, at 4 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't have the droops that you know, where I want to lay down or sit down and take a little short nap. This stuff works. And, and I experienced the same thing. I told John, I said, you know, usually when I got through doing this show, I'd go down, fix a little lunch, I'd sit in a big easy chair, and I was gone for 30 or 40 minutes. Mm-hmm.
But now with this, I just keep on going. I keep on doing the things that I need to do, and I'll be burning it up until about midnight tonight.
Well, and some people do need a second dose of the supplement around lunchtime. I've never experienced that. I mean, it's kind of like I take my supplement in the morning, and hey, I'm good for the day.
Hey, Doc, I want to talk to you. We got a couple of minutes before the break here, but we'll get started right here. Tell me about that omega-3 supplement that I'm taking. Tell me about the purity of that.
You know, it's really interesting. This company has got a formulator that I call the formulator from a Nazi formulator. I mean, she is so passionate about getting this stuff exactly right. Most of the fish oils and the omegas that you buy out there are bought from impure sources. You know, you hear that the big fish out in the ocean nowadays are contaminated with mercury because they're eating the smaller fish, and they're eating the smaller and each one's got mercury in it, and every time one eats it, it gets more concentrated. So by the time you get up to a tuna, you got quite a bit of mercury in it, and when you get up to really big fish, you got a whole lot of mercury in those.
Right.
And most of the companies that provide fish oil will use the largest fish because it's the biggest, cheapest source of the fish oil. Well, this company goes out and they found a pristine fishery off the coast of Peru, and the only way they get their fish oil is out of sardines and other tiny fish like that have...
Hey, Dr. Netterfield, I got this break I'm coming up against. Hey, I want to stop you right there. Hey, Go to healthydriver.com, folks, healthydriver.com. Go to the forum below. Sign up. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Hey, for the 10th person that signs on, I'm going to give them a free starter kit. That's about a $300 value. I'm going to give it to you absolutely free. You won't have to pay for it. Anyhow, I'm Harry Douglas. This is Car Concerns Radio. When your money's on the line, call the line that's on the money. That's Car Concerns. Stay with me 24/7, 1-855-CAR Concerns, carconcerns.com.
Take advantage of the Car Concerns Radio USA 10-year anniversary special, a 15-minute segment heard in 33 markets on a nationally syndicated radio show for only $125. This is radio that makes it economical and affordable for you to get the word out about what you do, driving your message home. It's the 10-year anniversary special, just $125 for a 15-minute airtime segment. Segments can be booked for a later date. There are limited spots available. Call Car Concerns Radio USA now, 1-855-CAR-CONCERNS. That's 855-227-2662.
Ah, the sound of small business, getting busier. Can you tell which one is using AT&T? Truth is, they all are, because businesses of all kinds can find AT&T customizable plans that fit their exact needs. Whether it's broadband, mobility, or nationwide voice, at AT&T, we can help your business get humming.
I need more receipt paper, please.
Call 1-855-877-4288 today and ask about special offers available for new small business packages. AT&T, rethink possible.
Moms of America, stand up and stop taking abuse from your kids.
I pledge never to let my kid disrespect me ever again.
I pledge to stop letting my daughter walk all over me.
I pledge to stop living in fear of my son's anger.
I pledge never to feel like a bad parent ever again. Because I'm not.
I pledge to stop letting my child's behavior control my home.
I pledge to be a mom with kids who listen, a total transformation mom.
I'm Janet Lehman, co-creator of the Total Transformation Program. We created the Total Transformation to help parents with difficult child behavior. Now I'm giving it away free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. We'll let you keep it for free.
Call 1-800-287-9157. That's 1-800-287-9157. Call now. That's 1-800-287-9157. That's 1-800-287-9157.
With over 1 million products, Grainger's your one-stop shop to help keep your facility running. And no one has more of the best brands. Like Fluke, Grainger has an enormous selection of Fluke testing tools, including the VTO2 visual thermometer, a breakthrough in temperature measurement. The brands you want, the products you need, the good-looking radio guy you love to hear. Okay, I added that part. Buy your supplies smarter. Call, visit a branch, or click Grainger.com/Fluke today. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Geico says, let's make life simpler.
You need to buy something, but you don't want to make a mistake. So what do? Scour the web? Collect sales circulars? Ask your brother-in-law? How about this? When it comes to car insurance, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. I repeat, 97%. So make it simple. Just ask a friend who has Geico. Then click or call. You could make it 98%.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Jay Farner here from Quicken Loans. We get a lot of tweets from folks that sound just like this. Jay, I bought my home in 2007. Since then, it's gone down in value. Now I owe more on my mortgage than my home is worth. Can I refinance? The answer may very well be yes. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow folks to refinance even if their home has lost value. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Or if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, you've got to give us a call today at 800-QUICKEN. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. So, if your current mortgage is higher than 3.99%, or if you owe more than your home is worth, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Harry Douglas of Car Concerns Radio has been helping the American motorist with their auto financing problems since 2008, when the American Motorist Vote Campaign was founded. Thousands of American motorists have not only lost their jobs in this economy, but they've also lost their homes and vehicles due to repossession. If you are behind on your payments and facing possible repossession of your automobile, you need to contact Car Concerns Consulting, 1-865-622-3032. Harry's always looking out for you. Harry has financed thousands of vehicles for the retail automotive consumer over the years as an award-winning new car dealer. If anyone knows the ins and outs of automobile financing, it's Harry. Let Harry put these unknown banking loopholes to work for you. If you need the auto financing fix, just call Harry. 1-865-622-3032.
Yeah, I was talking to Steve during the break. Steve is the engineer of this show. He's the producer of this show, and he does a great job. And he also screens my phone calls, and he does it very well. I was talking to him during the break that Lexus, evidently they know the power of Car Concerns Radio, because here in the last 2 months, they have just flooded me with their automobiles. They picked up the Lexus 300H, the little hybrid well, it wasn't little, it was a great, right-sized car. But I'd been driving it for a couple of weeks, and I fell in love with that car, but they said that they were going to come pick it up and replace it with a 2013 ES350 four-door sedan. And I was telling Steve the color on this vehicle is Matador Red Mica. Beautiful car. But anyhow, it's got a window sticker of $43,684. It's absolutely loaded. It's got a 3.5-liter, 268 horsepower, 4-cam, 24-valve, V6 engine. Not a V8 like the 460s, but this V6, it's got plenty of oomph in it. And, we drove it a little bit yesterday. We're going to be taking off after the show. We're going to be attending tomorrow, July 4th, we're going to be attending one of the biggest American motorist vote campaign get-togethers that we've had since 2008, since inception. Anyhow, let's go back to Dr. Netterfield. Let's talk about HealthyDriver.com here, Dr. Netterfield.
Well, Harry, first let me say that when I get on a roll about how I'm excited about the purity of these products, I start getting too technical. And so let me apologize for getting off.
Well, the reason why I have you on the show is that I'm excited about this, and I want all my listeners to get excited about it. I sometimes when I'm rolling down the road and I look over to the side, I might see a lady gulping a big gulp, and look in my rearview mirror and see a guy gobbling down a Big Mac. And we just got to stop doing that.
Yeah, we really do.
Hey, let's talk a little bit. I know we want to talk about the product here, but John, I want to get these meals down straight. Now, let me tell you what I had this morning for my breakfast.
Go for it, Harry.
I poured some egg beater, Southwest egg beater, because I like spicy food, and then I had some leftover the other night. I cooked myself a filet, and I didn't eat it all. And so I took some of that leftover filet and put it in this egg beater, and that's what I had for breakfast this morning. It was absolutely fantastic. Am I doing it right, or am I doing it right, or am I doing it wrong?
Well, Harry, you did something this morning that is classic for doing it right, because what we've done for years and what I used to do is doing it wrong. Because if I eat too many sugary or simple carbohydrates, it's like the white bread and the pasta.
Oh yeah, well I did that. I did that too for years. Hey, I'm over it, and guess what? I don't even crave it. Hey, John, when I told you I started on this program, the biggest thing I was going to have a problem with was chocolate. I was a chocolate thing. And since I've started this, I don't even think about chocolate anymore.
Harry, it's amazing how the cravings do go away. I think, as I told you, my nemesis was that I like Pop-Tarts. And not only do I like Pop-Tarts, but a big 16-ounce glass of milk. Of course, I'd always drink skim milk, thinking that was going to counterbalance the fat that I was taking in. But, after just a few days in this program, those cravings breast milk went completely away. And, I've been doing this now for a little over 3 months, lost 45 pounds, feeling great, almost 6 inches in my waist. But I still have those Pop-Tarts in my cupboard, and I hadn't gone to them since I started the program. So, this is something that will help your listeners change their lifestyle. It'll help them get healthier. Their medical reports will probably get better if they're like me. So everything we're doing is all good for your listeners. And Harry, while I'm talking here, I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. John. But I want everybody to go to healthydriver.com, and while you're there, look around, watch the videos. It'll explain our entire program. And then also while you're there, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and get in the conversation on Facebook with us, and let's have a dialogue.
Let's do it. Hey, if we support each other, it's a lot easier, isn't it? And I know it's a lot easier for me knowing that I can pick the phone up and I can get you on the phone and say, look, here's what I want to have for dinner. Is it wrong or is it right?
And Harry, that's part of what we do. We're here to help and mentor, and having a support group around you is a very important thing in your lifestyle change and getting healthy. So, we're here for that. We've got,
You're just not out there by yourself, right?
No, and we've got a huge support group. We've got Facebook pages that are private groups that are people that are just doing this program, where they are the conversation. They're talking about what they're doing, what they're eating. Can I do this? Should I do that? And people will jump in and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. So, there's lots of choices.
Last night for supper, I had, I didn't used to do this. One of my favorite things to have, as far as fast food goes, is Chick-fil-A. And I went into Chick-fil-A and I ordered me the chicken club without the bread. Now, it was hard for me to take that bacon off of it, but I did it. But I sat there, and they knew what I was doing, so they put lettuce on the bottom of the patty, and they put lettuce on the top. So I sit there, I had the tomato and onion and lettuce along with the chicken, and it was just absolutely great. And I did put a little bit of mustard on it.
There you go, Harry. That's perfectly okay.
Yeah, that is perfectly okay. And Harry, you're finding that you're getting full quicker, right?
Hey, I was full with that. It's a mental thing that you want to sit down and have this big 4-course dinner. Hey, it's a mental thing. You'd be surprised how, and if you'll have that meal about 5 o'clock, you won't have cravings the rest of the night. That's what I've found. Anyhow, John, thanks for being with us. Dr. Netterfield, always great to have you on the show. Hey, I'm Harry Douglas, Car Concerns Radio. When your money is on the line, you call the line that's on the money. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/car concerns, twitter.com/healthydriver1. Hey, I'll be back tomorrow. This is Car Concerns. I'm always looking out for you.
The opinions you hear on the Business Talk Radio Network are those of the host, callers, and guests, and not necessarily those of this station, Business Talk Radio Network, its management, or advertisers. The information on the Business Talk Radio Network does not constitute a recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or securities. Investing involves risks, so please consult a professional before investing. If you have any questions or comments about the Business Talk Radio Network, contact us at 203-323-7300 or at our website, businesstalkradio.net.